Howdy, y'all. Well, this weekend's project is going to be to rebuild this Briggs engine. And, it's old. I think it's a 3 or 4 horse. And this came off that Chris Cut mower I showed y'all. But, it's stuck. So, we are going to tear that apart and see what we can do. So first we got to get this here table cleaned off so we have somewhere to work. So I'm going to clean this off. Got to have my cappuccino because it is cold and windy out here tonight. Hey, it's me. But I'm going to clean that table off and I'll see y'all in a minute. Alright, well, I got the table cleaned off and everything. And over here we just got a couple extra parts. Center cap for the rim on the Chevy, clutch assembly, gas tank off that white snowblower for that engine right there, but the gas tank's junk. Anyways, so yeah, this is a 3-horse Briggs, I think. I know for sure it's a Briggs, but not completely sure on the horse. But, so yeah, like I said before, it's stuck. So I think there might be a little bit of gas in it. Yep, there's some gas in it, and that gas tank looks pretty dirty and rusty. But so, we are going to drain that gas, and I did pour some oil down into the spark plug hole there, because sometimes that unfreezes them, but this time it didn't work. So, maybe I'll just actually take this whole gas tank off. But so yeah, I'm going to figure out how to get this gas tank off and if I can take it off without draining the gas, which I might be able to. And then we will see you in a minute. Alright, so I looked a little bit closer here. And if you look under here, on the bottom of the gas tank, you can see that it's just sitting on some brackets there. And I don't see many like this, but the carburetor is actually on top of the gas tank. So I should be able to just pop it off. First I got to take off the air cleaner here, which is just going to be a quick flathead screw, and then it should pop right off. So I'm going to get that off and I'll be back in a minute. Alright, there we go. I just popped off the air cleaner and it came off pretty easily. And let's see here. What's that say? Wash and re-oil foam air cleaner when dirty. Alright. And yeah, that's not clean, that's for sure. Oh god. This thing is dickered. Big time. Yeah, it's just, that's disgusting. Like, that makes me want to cry being a repairman here. But, so, that could have been a little bit of the problem, why it froze up. Maybe something got in there or something. But, so I'm going to clean that up. And over here, we opened up, well, I haven't done anything to the car, but, I got the air cleaner off, which sat on the carb, and this part here just sat like so. It just sat like that on the carb. So, now what I'm going to do, there's a screw there, one there, and I think that's it. I'm going to take those off. And then there's probably a couple under the gas tank. And I'm going to take those out and see if we can't get the gas tank out. So we'll be back in a minute. Alright, well, I got one screw out right there. But this one there, and then this one, I'm having a hard time with. So I'm going to take some liquid wrench and I'm just going to spray them. Be real careful not to get anything in the car because this stuff would hurt it worse than it already is. Alright, so we got those things soaked in liquid wrench, and the screws aren't really all that big, they're only that big, but I mean you can tell they've been on there for quite a while. But yeah, I broke out the Craftsman tool set. I'm kind of disappointed that there's no adapter to use these drive bits with the screwdriver. I mean, why? If I went to got it on sale, I would have paid $170 for the set, and it's only 94 pieces, and they can't even put that extra one thing in there to use the drive bits with the screwdriver. Or not with the screwdriver, but with the socket wrenches. But, I don't know, just my little rant. So I'm going to wait a couple minutes, let these things soak, and if I can get them out or whatever, I'll be back in a minute. Alright, well, I got them out, and I actually figured out that these, after, looking at them more, that they were stripped. Oh, focus. Well, they were stripped, and see, that one's so stripped. But, so I ended up using a hex head. But, so I got all three screws out now, and you can see the gas tank wobbling. And I can't see anything underneath where it's hooked up, so it should just pop off. Well, there we go. We got the gas tank off. What it ended up being, there was a bolt right there, which is actually this bolt. And I believe it was let's get the socket here. That bolt was a 3/8. So I just took that bolt out. And then this spring here was attached to the governor right here. And then you had your float here that was coming down into the smaller hole. And then you had your intake, you had your intake for the carburetor coming into the bigger hole. So, and then it just dropped right off. So now that side of the way, I'm going to drain the oil, which should be pretty simple. It looks like the drain plug is right here. That's where they usually are. And if I can't get that, I'll just take out the fill plug and do that. And then dump it in the pan over there. So I'm going to drain the oil, and I'll be back in a minute. Alright, well, I got the oil drained. I just used a fill plug because I even liquid wrenched that, and I couldn't get it off. So, we got the oil out now, so let's put the plug back in. And, that's kind of a rusted muffler, don't you think? I can get my finger up in there. But, I don't know. Mufflers affect the way they run. Oh, sorry, Doug, I just stepped on you. Mufflers affect the way they run, but I don't know, if I can get it running, I'll buy a new muffler. They can't be that much. So, now, I'm going to take the carb off. And it should be pretty simple. Screw right there, and a screw right there. So, I'll see y'all in a minute. I actually changed plans. I can't get a screwdriver in there at the right angle. So I'm taking the muffler off first. Just a couple bolts, it looks like, or one there. And then it should pop off. And them look like probably 7/16. Or maybe, well, we'll see, and I'll get back to you. Well, there's the bolt. And it's kind of rusted, don't you think? Actually, we'll just throw it in the trash because, the whole muffler fell apart when I was unwrenching it. This is a muffler. Look at the hole in it now. So, let's see what happens. Let's see if I can get it on camera, the second one, if it falls apart. It's going to be kind of hard doing this one-handed here. Well, let's loosen it first. Well, folks, this one's so rusted it got stuck in my socket. But we got it out without it breaking, so the muffler should just pop off. I don't see anything else here that could be holding it on. So, well, I'm going to figure that out and I'll get back to you in a minute. Oh yeah, I just took the big screwdriver here and started prying it. And, well, there we go. And that, my friends, is one of the rusted mufflers I have ever seen. There is even a beehive in there. Yep. That's a beehive, folks. Just for poos and giggles, let's see what it's like. Oh, God. Well, that's trash. And look at the mess it left behind. So, I mean, yeah, I know, there's still a little... Well, actually, no. There's nothing left in there. So, now, let's try to take the carb off.